welcome back to the Jambar Sports Extra. I'm Teziah Howard. YSU football looked to right the ship after a 3-game skid early this season. Sports editor Dylan Lux breaks down their most recent matchup.
Thanks, Teziah. The Youngstown State football team looked for its first conference victory against the Indiana State Sycamores on October 5th. Head coach of the Penguins, Doug Phillips, said the game against the Sycamores is always a battle.
Indiana State, it's been a battle. You look 2 years ago when it was a battle here in the Ice Castle. You look last year where it was a battle until, fourth quarter.
Youngstown State scored 3 touchdowns in the first half while allowing 0. Tailback Ethan Wright was responsible for 2 of the 3. The Sycamores attempted a comeback in the second half, scoring 14 points in the third quarter, but YSU allowed 0 points in the fourth to seal the victory. Allen credited the defense's performance to the right mindset and solid practices.
My time here is ticking down, so it seems like as the games go on, it's just more urgent. But each game we play is urgent. So I don't know. I think the guys went out there with a good mindset, and we put great days of practice back to back this week. So when you do that, it just sets you up for success. On
Saturday, Youngstown State looked to keep the ball rolling in an uphill conference game as they took on juggernaut South Dakota State in Brookings, South Dakota. Stats from the matchup and all matchups can be found on YSUsports.com. And for Jambar TV, I'm Dylan Lux. Teziah, send it back to you.
The Youngstown State University women's soccer team hosted Wright State University on October 7th. The Penguins have now won back-to-back games after a final score of 1-0. The Penguins came out strong as in the 13th minute, redshirt freshman Sarah Felder scored off an assist from sophomore Ava Sunjaveric. On the season, Felder leads the team in goals with 3, while Sunjaveric has 2 assists. The Penguins goalie redshirt freshman Maya Nemoli saved 6 shots, and for her efforts, Nemoli was named Horizon League Defensive Player of the Week for the second time this season. The Penguins have played against the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee on October 10th and will play the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay on October 13th. To find the results of these games, visit YSUsports.com. And the team will return home on October 17th to face Cleveland State University. The game will be available to stream on ESPN+. Let's kick it over to commercial, but don't wait, we'll be back.
To the limit, we gon' rise together, side by side to the finish. Down the ride forever, we can ride together. So together we ride, certified. And together we ride, we gon' push it to the limit. We gon' rise together, side by side to the finish. Down the ride forever, we gon' ride together. So together we ride, certified. And together we ride, we gon' push it to the limit. We gon' rise together, side by side to the finish. Down the ride forever.
We know you hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Why go to a school in the Mahoning Valley of northeastern Ohio, surprisingly beautiful as that may be? Why live on a campus that sits on the edge of the Rust Belt, historic and inspiring as that may be? In short, why choose Youngstown State? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the future, we take a back seat to nobody because you can afford us. And we will afford you the opportunity to build the future you want and the life you desire. Why Youngstown State? Because we care about you, your success, and our future. Together. Youngstown State University. Now you know why.
All right, so who knows why?
I know why. For starters, I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. Can you say that? Engineering, sports, music, business. I can do anything here. I'm getting my hands dirty, learning what my friends are only reading about. I'm part of something bigger here. I'm proud to bleed red and black. So yeah, I know why. It's not a question. It's the answer. Youngstown State University. Know why.
Welcome back. The Penguin Club is a booster organization that offers scholarships to YSU athletes. Madison Fessler and Reckon Hilton have more on the story.
The Penguin Club was founded in 1974 as a way to give back to the 21 Division I sports here at YSU. Their mission is to be the team behind the team.
Austin Snodgrass, business manager of auxiliary income and events, said the Penguin Club focuses on giving back to non-revenue sports, these being all YSU sports other than football and women's and men's basketball. Snodgrass elaborates on how the Penguin Club raises money to give back.
Through different events that we run, through different membership that we have for basketball and football games, as well as what we call Olympic sport membership, which means there's no tickets involved in that. But all that money that we raise goes back to our student athletes one way or another.
The club has also financially contributed to projects like the Academic Center and renovations to Beagley Center, along with a new classroom in Stambaugh Stadium. When it comes to scholarships, 222 athletes have received these through the Penguin Club, with 58 of those athletes receiving the Joseph F. Malmassor Scholarship just this year. Joseph Malmassor served as athletic director for almost 11 years and became a driving force behind the Penguin Club, thus giving the scholarship its name. Rebecca Fink, Senior Associate Athletic Director for Internal Operations, says the Penguin Club is more than just membership funding.
What I appreciate most about the Penguin Club, outside of, we'll say, the financial contributions, is really those connections that our student athletes have been able to make. And, you know, I don't know that I could think of a Penguin Club member, especially from our board, that doesn't love the opportunity to get to sit one-on-one or with a small group of student athletes and just get to know them as people.
Fink also said athletes have gained connections for mentoring, summer internships, student employment, and jobs from the Penguin Club members.
For more information on the Penguin Club or how to give to the Penguin Club, visit ysusports.com. For the Jambar, I'm Madyson Fessler.
I had the opportunity to sit down with Madyson Marx, a graduate student bowler, to talk about their upcoming season. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Jambar Sports Extra. I'm Teziah Howard, sitting here with bowler Madyson Marx. Madyson, how are you doing today?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm all right. Thank you for joining us. Now, as a bowler, there's a lot of things that you guys juggle during the season, during the off season. Can you just speak on how the life of a college athlete is for a bowler?
Oh, yeah. Based on lift, classroom, and then traveling a lot. Usually, we're starting to leave on Wednesdays now, so we leave Wednesday and come back Sunday night. So that's very stressful, balancing class, lift, and whatever else a student athlete balances. But yeah.
So I know bowling is a little bit of a tournament sport. So when you're on the road, how does that really deflect how you guys come back on for a home meet, or, you know, even staying on the road? How do you guys really balance the fact that you have to get up early? Like, do you have rituals that you follow, setting timers and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, lots of alarms are set during the week. But so we have one home meet, and it's this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then we don't come back home for the rest of the year. So we travel a lot, and we do back-to-back weekends a lot. So that's very stressful.
And is there a specific place, or I shouldn't say place, is there a specific amount of traveling that you guys do? Is there a specific place that you guys go, you know, Midwestern or more Midwestern than obviously Ohio is, or down south or up north a little bit?
Oh, we go everywhere. We go to Florida, Tennessee, Nebraska, Wisconsin. We really go all over the United States.
And do you have like a favorite meet that you guys go to? Obviously Florida.
Florida's nice. It's warm weather, you know.
But, you know, you're going to have the heat. You're going to have, you know, the hurricane season. Hope everyone's staying safe down there as well. Yeah. But, you know, is there a sense of, you know, traveling experience that you guys have, or a little bit of jet lag that you guys have? I don't want to use the word jet lag because, you know, obviously we're not always having that sort of, you know, delay on how we affect, you know, our level of play in games and meets and stuff like that. So do you feel like you have that sense of energy when it comes to traveling and stuff like that?
For sure. I mean, traveling to different places just gets everyone excited anyway. But as far as our favorite place, I would say that Florida is definitely just a favorite, just because it's warm and we can rely on Florida being a fun time based on all the experiences that we get to experience there also. But yeah, traveling back to back can get very stressful, especially when it's like Florida one weekend and then Texas the next weekend. You know, but jet lag, as far as that, I would say not necessarily experiencing any jet lag, because there's not like a bunch of hour changes, you know, maybe 1 hour here, 1 hour there, but honestly not too much.
You guys definitely handled that well. I mean, last year making it to the NCAA tournament. So last year, how did you really feel about, you know, that jump? And is there any sort of difference that you guys want to add into this year's?
I would say that there's not really a difference. Obviously, like bringing it to the next level and going for that national championship is always a plus, but same team, 1 extra freshman, 1 senior left. Honestly, basically the same experience. So if we can just keep the energy up and keep it going, I think we'll be on the right pace.
And it's definitely always good to see that, you guys have the experience of what you do. So even as a college athlete, you know that you've had to start early, or you had to dedicate a certain amount of time, a specific amount of time to your sport. And me as a bowler, I can't bowl unless I really, really try to and really, really lock in, or, even have the bumpers on. So as an early age, did you start early? Did you, have to get into it? Did you have to up your game a little bit when you were moving into college?
Oh yeah, so I started bowling when I was 4 years old. And my grandpa kind of started the family tree there. Like, he bowled around the globe and went to Australia and Japan and bowled all these types of tournaments. And then my mom bowled, and it kind of just followed the family tree from there. But I did work with a coach in high school. His name is Scott Pohl often, and he helped me get to the next level between high school and college.
So one quick question. You are right-handed, correct?
I am.
Are you able to bowl with your left?
No, I am not. I'm really bad at it.
You might be better than me with my right hand. I am right-hand dominant, but like I said, if I bowl with no bumpers on, it's going to take a while for me to get activated. Is that kind of how you feel during meets? Like, do you need a lot of time to get into your groove, or are you guys just firing off on all cylinders?
I think we're just kind of firing off, but now, like, I'm a 5th-year COVID senior, so now I've experienced the same places over and over, so it's kind of like also that comfort for me that I'm also used to, which made like the freshmen will get used to eventually. So I'm kind of comfortable with the places that we're going now.
And we definitely hope that comfort stays from last season and builds on to this season.
Yeah.
That's all the time we have for Madyson Marx today. We want to thank her for our time, and we'll get back to the studio.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining me on the Sports Extra this week. But be sure to stay tuned next week for the Jambar News Magazine.